每天10个雅思单词，第61天。
I'm thinking about getting a hydrogen car, but I'm not sure if there are enough fueling stations around here.
I've been reading about hydrogen fuel cells for cars, and it sounds like a pretty cool way to help the environment.
I just learned that water is made of hydrogen and oxygen, which is pretty cool.
I was reading this article about the early universe, and it said hydrogen was basically everywhere back then.
Wait, are these two keys identical? I can't tell them apart at all.
I can't tell them apart, their handwriting is almost identical.
I can't tell these two phones apart, they look identical to me.
I can't tell them apart at all, they're identical twins, and even their voices sound the same.
I'm gonna help you identify the different types of birds in your backyard.
I really identify with the main character in that movie, we've been through similar struggles. I couldn't identify the guy in the photo, but my friend said he'd seen him at the party.
I can't identify which one's mine, they all look the same.
I need to see some identification before I can let you in, sorry.
I can't believe I left my identification at home. Now I can't even get into the office building.
I've always felt a strong identification with the main character in that show. We're both kind of outsiders trying to figure things out.
I'm having trouble with the plant identification app on my phone. It keeps saying this flower is a weed.
I'm still trying to figure out my own identity, you know, what makes me me.
I'm still trying to figure out my own identity, you know? It's a bit confusing sometimes.
I can't help but notice the identity between your cooking style and your mum's, you both use a ton of garlic.
I'm trying to figure out this math problem, but I can't remember the exact identity we need to use.
I'm trying to learn a new English idiom every week, but some of them are pretty hard to remember.
I'm still trying to figure out this English idiom "it's raining cats and dogs." It's pretty confusing for a beginner like me.
I'm trying to learn the local idiom here, but some phrases are still pretty confusing to me. I'm not really into classical music, but I can appreciate the unique idiom of this composer's work.
I think social media has a huge influence on how people see themselves these days.
I think your positive attitude can really influence the whole team's mood.
I'm not sure if I can get us those concert tickets, but I'll see if my uncle has any influence with the venue's management.
My older brother has a big influence on my taste in music. I'm always listening to his playlists.
I'm missing one key ingredient for this recipe, so I can't start cooking yet.
I think the secret ingredient in her success is just being really persistent and not giving up easily.
I'm checking the ingredient list on this snack to see if it has any nuts I'm allergic to. The initial plan was to go hiking, but then it started raining, so we just stayed in and watched a movie.
I can't remember his full name, but I know his initial is J, maybe it's James or John? I'll initial the contract right here, and then we're all set to go.
The initial plan was to fly directly to Tokyo, but we ended up taking a cheaper flight with a layover. The nurse had to inject the medicine really slowly because I'm kind of scared of needles.
I'm gonna inject some humor into my presentation tomorrow so it won't be too boring.
I'm gonna inject some humor into my presentation so it's not so boring.
We really need to inject some cash into this project if we want it to take off.
I'm gonna inject a bit of humor into my presentation to make it more engaging.